After a weekend of sweeping and rocking the Redbirds at Wrigley Field, the Cubs' magic number's down to 10. Tonight, the National League's hottest team is trying to catch some Rays. Come ride the Cubs tidal wave next. Cubs baseball on CSN Chicago, presented by State Farm. Big week here for Joe Maddon. He managed the Rays for 9 seasons before joining the Chicago Cubs, and he returns as a defending World Series champion. The Cubs and the Rays open up a 2-game interleague set. The Cubs have a 3.5-game lead over Milwaukee in the NL Central. Great to have you with us tonight inside Tropicana Field. Jim DeShays and Len Casper. And the Joe and Zoe return this week.
A lot of ties between these two clubs. We focus on the manager and Ben Zobrist, who had a very nice run as a Tampa Bay Ray. Since leaving Tampa, Zobrist has won back-to-back World Series. When you look at their top 10 leaderboard in terms of any offensive statistic, you're likely to find Ben Zobrist's name. Joe Maddon, third season as a Cub manager, 283 wins, best 3-year stretch since 1910 through 1912.
Let's get into the starting pitching matchup. It was going to be John Lester tonight. He's been pushed back one day. He'll start tomorrow. Mike Montgomery, who was in the Rays system at one time, will pitch for the Cubs.
Yeah, so they go lefty-lefty against the Rays, and the Rays are very vulnerable against left-handed pitching. His last start came on September 9th. Did Montgomery's. He lasted just 2 innings, allowed 4 runs. Overall, though, he's been pretty good. In the interim, he picked up a win out of the bullpen. For the Rays tonight, it's hard-throwing right-hander Chris Archer. We saw him back on the 4th of July at Wrigley. Solid start, 6 innings, 3 earned runs. Lately, he's struggled. He's got an ERA of 14 here in the month of September.
And Archer at one time pitched in the Cubs minor league system. The Cubs looking for their season-best 7th consecutive win tonight, and they need those victories with the Brewers continuing to push. Cubs and Rays next.
Whoa, impressive stats. Yeah, these guys are good. Yes, drive the middle. Oh, let's see that again. What a performance.
Lease a new 2017 RAV4 for $199 a month, or get 0% APR for 72 months plus $500 bonus cash on RAV4. Toyota, let's go places.
Thank you.
Kindness. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
For all the dealerships I have dealt with, Bill Jacobs BMW has been the best experience by far.
Low pressure sales, very comfortable to deal with.
Delivering a superior automotive experience. That's the goal at Bill Jacobs BMW. It's the ultimate driving machine that brings you here, but the experience will make you a customer for life. Bill Jacobs BMW, the cars bring you in, the experience brings you back. Aurora Avenue in Naperville. Get 0% APR for 72 months on select BMW certified courtesy vehicles.
Hi, I'm David Kaplan, back in our downtown Chicago studios. Get you back down to Florida for first pitch in just a couple minutes. Tonight marks the first time that Joe Maddon will manage a game at Tropicana Field since leaving the Rays after the 2014 season. A short time ago, Joe reflected on the 08 team that he led to the World Series.
That was always my favorite part, was the banner hanging days, because it definitely indicated all the great work we had put together to get to that point. So many talented people coming together at the right moment, almost like the perfect baseball storm. You look back at it, man, it's pretty special how it all came together at one time, based on the history previous to that point. So I'm really proud of being part of that. I feel very fortunate to be part of that. So when I haven't been out in the field yet, when I go out there and look at the banners, I will think about everybody involved. And of course, the players, don't get me wrong. we only got really good because the players got really good.
And there's good news regarding Jake Arrieta. Right-hander says he's ready to return to the Cubs rotation Thursday night in Milwaukee. Jake left his start against Pittsburgh back on September 4th with a strained hamstring and has missed 2 turns in the rotation since July. Arrieta 7-3 with an ERA of 2.01. Elsewhere, Bulls have hired Doug Collins to serve as a senior advisor in basketball operations. In his role, Collins will report to Executive Vice President of Basketball Operations John Paxson. Collins coached Pax during his stint with the Bulls back in the late 80s. Collins told the media today that under no circumstances would he become the coach here in Chicago. And that is going to put a ribbon on it from our downtown Chicago studios. Leonard JD up next with the series opener, the Cubs, the Tampa Bay Rays. Be sure to stay tuned after the final out. My partner David DeJesus joins me on the post-game show. You want the game? See you on CSN later tonight.
I love the countertops.
And I like the price.
Yeah, we'll take it. That feeling, only better. The thrill of getting a better deal than you expected. At the Volkswagen Sell-Down event, you can get $1,000 cash back on a new 2017 Passat.
Hurry in and get 0% APR for 60 months on new 2017 Passat models plus $1,000 cash back. Offers end October 2nd.
Liberty Mutual stood with me when this guy got a flat tire in the middle of the night, so he got home safe.
Yeah, my dad says their insurance doesn't have that. What?
You can leave worry behind when Liberty stands with you. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
For more taste, less calories, and half the carbs, there's only one light beer to grab. Miller Lite. Hold true.
Now at Menards, save big money on your next project with an 11% rebate on everything. Save over $100 on these kitchen cabinets. Save over $200 on this steel shelter. Save over $1,000 on this 2-car garage. Or go really big and save over $13,000 on this Green Orchard house. There's no limit to how much you can save now during the 11% rebate sale at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
My name's Sonia Walker, and I'm the co-founder of Nutfreeze Bakery. Nutfreeze is a family-owned and operated business specializing in sweet and delicious peanut and tree nut-free baked goods. We are a small business, and we moved to Elk Grove Village 6 months ago. It's been incredible. We're centrally located and helps our growing company deliver nut-free baked goods all over the Midwest. We work hard for our customers, and we know that Elk Grove Village works hard for us.
Baseball on CSN Chicago is brought to you in part by Lexus, who encourages you to experience amazing. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, through it all. Ford, who invites you to go further in their fuel-efficient vehicles. Check out our entire lineup at your local Ford store or buyfordnow.com. Menards, save big money at Menards. And Southwest Airlines, yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency.
Welcome back. We're at Tropicana Field, and a lot of Cub fans inside the ballpark here tonight. Cubs playing here for just the second time ever. We were here back in 2008. Lou Piniella was the Cubs manager. Joe Maddon managing the Rays, and the Cubs got swept. So still looking for their first ever win here in Joe's return to the Trop. Let's get the Cubs Southwest starting lineup. Cubs off yesterday. Final off day of the regular season. John Jay will lead off their Southwest starting lineup. Ben Zobrist, the former Ray, is in left. Anthony Rizzo, the first baseman. Wilson Contreras, the catcher. He sat out Sunday due to his suspension. Schwarber's the DH. Happ playing second base. Jason Hayward is in right. Had the big day on Sunday. Addison Russell at short. Javi Baez at third for Chris Bryant, who gets the night off.
Rays defensively, it's a good group. Outfield very talented. Kiermaier routinely shows up on the highlight reels. He's in center, flanked by Dickerson and Souza. Longoria, the longtime third baseman. Echeverria has really been a plus since joining the Rays. He is so good defensively. Miller and Morrison on the right side, not so much. Wilson Ramos is behind the plate. tonight. He's not been quite as good at shutting down the running game as he normally is, but he missed a bunch of time due to knee surgery. And on the mound, the Alexis starting pitcher for the Rays here tonight is the 28-year-old stylish right-hander Chris Archer, making his 32nd start. Alexis, experience amazing. He is one shy of 500 at 9-10 with a 4.06 ERA. Gets a lot of swings and misses, a lot of chase on his slider in particular. He's punched out 235 in 186 and a third innings.
Joliet, Illinois native Mark Carlson back of the plate. Manny Gonzalez at first. The crew chief is fielding Culbreth at second, and CB Buckner's over at third. Longoria plays in on the turf. Can't call it grass. Against John Jay, and here we go. First pitch is a strike.
Typically will average around 95 miles per hour with his heater. He can reach 99. Mostly four-seamers.
Line and caught by Echeverria for the out. John Jay lines out to start it.
Good swing, bad result.
.72 degrees here indoors as Ben Zobrist gets a big hand from fans of both teams. And tonight's Cubs leadoff man was presented by Binny's Beverage Depot, who donates $100 to the Greater Chicago Food Depository for every hit to lead off a game. Former teammates matching up here. That one is foul to left and out of play, and Ben will get a new bat. So the stretch drive was already underway and felt like a playoff series over the weekend, and the Cubs sweep over the Cardinals, but the Brewers won't go away.
No, they're playing the Pirates right now. They shut the Pirates out last night. The Pirates look like they got a little senioritis, towards the end of the school year. Dropped 6 in a row, 9 of their last 10. Brewers have Chase Anderson going tonight, so you kind of expect them to win. Baseball being baseball, you never know, obviously.
That's low, 97 on the fastball from Archer. 6 of the 18 active Cubs position players have played in this ballpark. Ben Zobrist, the guy who's played the most games here, and only 8 of the 18 have ever played on artificial turf in the big leagues. So it's a different ball game.
Yeah, and with just a 2-game series here, it's not like they're going to have a whole lot of time to adjust to it. Unlike some of the older turf fields that was turf throughout on the infield, there's a dirt, the path is all dirt. So this turf probably won't play as fast as some others.
That's Morrison, and he'll get it to Archer in time. Zobrist retired, and it'll bring up Anthony Rizzo. I asked Anthony if he had ever been in this ballpark before, and he said, yeah, I was at Game 6 of the 2008 American League Championship Series, a year after he had been drafted by the Red Sox. David Ross got him tickets, and the Red Sox won that game 4-2 to force a Game 7, which the Rays won 3-1 to clinch their only American League pennant. Yeah, they've changed the turf over the years. Joe said the turf he remembered here was pretty spongy. And the warning track in the outfield is actually the same turf, although I think they've got some rocks or little pebbles out there just to have a difference in texture as you get near the wall.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a very good warning track if it didn't really warn you when you got there.
Well, I said that to Gary Jones, and he said a good outfielder doesn't need a warning track. So the Cubs looking for their first ever win here. The only other current ballpark in which they don't have a regular season win is New Yankee Stadium. Archer strikes out Rizzo. Cubs go 1-2-3. Mike Montgomery to the mound when we return.
There are times when we all need to celebrate.
Chris Bryant, towering blast off the board.
Benny's Beverage Depot, helping you celebrate the best times of your life.
How do you become America's best-selling brand?
Shoulder pads, helmet, safety first. Have fun out there, guys.
Be the hammer, not the nail. Lead with the shoulder, drive through the body. Grab the arm, go, go, go!
Who are you?
Mama's building champions.
Whoa. Safe, tough, and game day ready. That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Now get $10,935 in total savings on a built Ford Tough F-150, or lease for just $239 a month.
Why would you go out of your way and wander around a warehouse for paint when you can just swing by your local Ace? Ace has top-rated paint like Valspar, can match any color, and mixes it with something that's hard to find. Award-winning service, because the way we see it, if anyone is going to go out of their way,
it should be us.
It's the Ace Extra Mile promise. If it ever takes more than one trip to complete your paint project, we'll bring you what you need, and delivery is free.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
There are times when we all need to celebrate.
Chris Bryant, towering blast off the board.
Benny's Beverage Depot, helping you celebrate the best times of your life.
Now the Rays Southwest starting lineup written out by manager Kevin Cash. JD mentioned their struggles against left-handed starters. They've got 5 left-handed bats in their lineup tonight. Kiermaier, Souza Jr., and Longoria at the top. Morrison, Ramos, and Duda, the DH in the middle. I said Duda, the DH. Echeverria at short, Dickerson in left, Miller, the second baseman.
Cubs defensively, outfield alignment, Jay center, Zobrist and Hayward will flank him. Baez at third tonight as Chris Bryant gets a blow. Russell and Happ up the middle. Anthony Rizzo at first. Wilson Contreras back behind the plate. And the Alexis starting pitcher for the Cubs is Mike Montgomery. Alexis experience amazing, 6-8 with a 3.57 ERA. He's making his 13th start. He's also appeared 28 times out of the pen.
Kevin Kiermaier, one of those left-handed bats, swings and misses. For strike one, hitting .308 here in September, including a current 8-game hitting streak. He can really go get him in center. We did not see him at Wrigley Field. Earlier this summer, he was on the disabled list.
And they have
fractured hip.
A lot of struggling hitters, but he's been swinging it pretty well. There's the numbers over this 8-game hitting streak, and you take it out a little further. Since coming off the disabled list, 27 games, a .322 average, and 7 of his 14 home runs, that would be half, if you do the math, have come in this 27-game stretch.
So Montgomery tonight, Lester tomorrow, and possibly Jake Arrieta on Thursday. He had a bullpen session today, after which he declared himself ready to go for Thursday. And assuming he can, now that's significant because that's the cutoff day for 3 starts. If he could go Thursday, Tuesday, Sunday to finish the season, he would get 3 instead of just 2 starts. 1-2, hit him. So the leadoff man is aboard, and here comes Souza, the right fielder.
See where Contreras is set up. The plan was inside fastball, and that one just got away from Montgomery a little bit. Kiermaier's a threat to run. He's stolen 14 bags. Sousa's a threat to hit the ball out of the ballpark.
I think the Rays offense encapsulates 2017 baseball to a T. So we're what, 17 homers away from the all-time single season major league record, right, for all the major leagues. The Rays are last in the American League in runs per game. Dead last, 4.23. They have 3 more homers than the Cubs do. 212 home runs. They strike out a ton. Only the Brewers have struck out more often. But if I told you 212 homers tied for 6th in the majors, you would assume that they're a good...
At least middle of the pack, right? Runs scored.
And they don't.
It's really kind of an all or nothing offense with all the punch outs. They don't hit for average.
They were better in this first half. They averaged 4.8 runs per game, 3.5 since the break.
Team batting average of 226 in the second half of the season. That's dead last in Major League Baseball.
And Kiermaier pointing up toward the roof reminds me, you've got 4 rings. They're called the catwalks here inside Tropicana Field, and the 2 lowest rings between the foul poles, if you hit those rings, it's a home run. If you hit the 2 in the middle up top and it's fair, it's in play.
You get a year's supply of popcorn too, and free suit. Bells and whistles go off. A train goes around the track.
Way outside, throw to first, not in time.
Driving down the highway earlier today, and I saw the ballpark. I don't know if people have ever seen the outside of this structure. It's a big silver dome, and it's kind of angled. It looks like an alien spacecraft that landed here, and they couldn't take off because they couldn't find spare parts. So it's been stuck here all these many years.
The 2-1 pitch. Hit high in the air, down in the left center. John Jay's got plenty of room. Kiermaier tags. He's going to try to get the second, and he's going to make it. Head first. Good base running by Kevin Kiermaier.
Yeah, good read. High fly ball. He knew it was going to be caught, so he was able to get back and tag up in plenty of time. And Jay didn't get a whole lot behind this throw. Seemed like a sprinter in the blocks, ready to break. Instead of the pistol, the starter's gun, it was the catch that sent him on his way.
Now Evan Longoria will step in. He was a rookie back in 08, the last time the Cubs were here, and he knocked in a run in every game. As he takes a strike at the bottom of the zone, the Rays are pretty much done. They're in 7th in the American League wild card, 5 games behind the second place Twins in that race. 13 out, 3rd place in the AL Central.
Longoria was the Rookie of the Year in 08. He's been an All-Star on 3 occasions.
Cubs and Rays split a 2-game series at Wrigley in July. Kiermaier dancing off the bag. The 1-1. He's hit in the air to right, not deep. Coming in is Hayward. Kiermaier will hold at second. So 2 down, and it's up to Logan Morrison. Career high 36 home runs for Morrison.
Yeah, he's one of these guys that's made the commitment to pulling the ball and hitting it in the air, and it's paid off in spades. Previous high 23 home runs back in 2011. He's also gotten bigger and beefier than he was when he first came into the big leagues.
Montgomery spent some time in the Rays system, did not pitch in the big leagues for them. Originally drafted by the Royals, 36th overall pick in 08. December 9th of 2012, big deal. Will Myers, Jake Odorizzi, Mike Montgomery, among others. And the throw to third, out as Kiermaier tried to steal it with 2 gone, and Contreras nailed him. Going to make sure the Rays don't challenge it on a very close play.
He had a huge lead, but with Contreras behind the plate and a left-handed hitter in the box, Contreras got a clean shot at him. He's debating whether to challenge or not.
Perfect. Baez the tag, and that's it for the Rays after 1-0.
And it's down to a free throw.
Big shot right here. Let's do this. What is it? Dude, oh my gosh.
He's at the line. It's a miss, but oh man. We could have a bit of a delay, but we'll be back with overtime.
Fubo Chavez here with my new cord-cutting friend watching American football on Fubo TV. Go!
Field goal.
Field goal!
Stream the most live sports for the least money. Try Fubo TV free today.
Inside the rack houses of Jim Beam, every barrel's aged 4 long years for a fuller, smoother flavor. Our history's made from the inside. How will you make yours?
Hi, Jessica. How's the new Accord? Amazing. So I saw you were having an event and brought in my best friend to get a great deal, too.
Well, now's the best time to get fantastic deals on the 2017 Honda Accord. Name one of Car and Driver's 10 best 31 times.
It looks great and gets great mileage.
Plus, a rear-view camera comes standard.
Wow. I know.
So you're getting the Accord.
We know.
Great. I'll get the keys.
Find the perfect Accord for you at the Honda Perfect Accord sales event happening right now at your local Honda dealer.
This is more than a bundle. This is more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home court. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. It's why I'm here.
Here to help life go right. Talk to a State Farm agent today.
To the soundtrack of Good Vibrations by the Beach Boys. They had a wonderful video tribute to Joe Madden. His 9-year tenure as a Rays manager, and a great ovation between innings.
Yeah, it was really well done.
Wilson Contreras, who threw out Kiermaier third to end the first, leads off the Cubs second. Ball 1. Originally suspended 2 games for his actions on Friday after John Lackey got ejected, appealed, and a day later they said, all right, or 2 days later, 1, and he served it Sunday, and he's back tonight. John was fined and not suspended.
Against right-handed hitters, Chris Archer is essentially a 2-pitch pitcher. Fastballs and sliders. Once in a blue moon, he'll throw a changeup. It's pretty much heaters and sliders. He'll use his changeup a little bit to left-handed hitters. Because of that, when you look at the numbers, 3rd time through the batting order, the batting average against takes a huge leap. Even though he's got plus stuff, if you don't have that 3rd pitch, it's tough to get through a big league batting order for the 3rd time.
Missed outside on that slider, and it's 3-1. Archer's from Clayton, North Carolina. He was traded from Cleveland to the Cubs in the Mark DeRosa deal prior to 2009, and then to Tampa Bay in the Matt Garza deal prior to 2012. 2-time All-Star, including this season.
7-5 with a 3.95 ERA at the break. 2-5 with a 4.26 since.
Ground ball toward the hole, backhanded. Echeverria, and he'll get him.
He's slick. He's one of the better shortstops in the game.
He didn't take time either. Some shortstops might do if they don't know how fast Contreras is. Every once Once in a while, Contreras and Bryant will surprise a left side infielder with their speed, but not Echeverria. And really, in today's game, it should never happen, right?
Get caught by surprise.
Well, there should never be an infielder caught by off guard by
I didn't know he could run.
Speed, right? But you see it on occasion with Chris Bryant. I think there's the thought, well, he's a big third baseman. He can't run. Kyle Schwarber DHing. This has been a really good spot for him. He hasn't done it a ton, but when he has done it, he's had really good success. 32 plate appearances this year, an OPS of 1089, career 308 batting average, 1,007, and then 7 for 17 in the World Series at Cleveland. Archer's 1-2, misses low. Two pitch. Check swing, no swing, says CB Buckner.
Schwarber typically sees a lot of pitches. He's worked a full count here against Archer. See if he bought himself a heater, and more importantly, can he get to it? Archer's pretty firm, 95-96.
That one hit a ton, and there she goes. Kyle Schwarber with a bullet to make it 1-0. Number 28.
Well, he answered our question. He bought himself a fastball, and yes, indeed, he could get to it. He smothered that baseball. Great plate appearances. The ability to check to lay off that swing and miss slider down and in. Gets the heater from Archer. They're trying to go out or third. He catches a good chunk of the plate, and a no-doubter. Talking about getting that bat head out in front. He cuts this one off.
So he continues his nice work. 3 homers on the just completed homestand. The Cubs now have hit 210 on the year. Third most they've ever hit in a season. 1-1 to Happ. He's playing second base tonight. And a pitch by Archer. Swing and a miss. Archer reacted to the Schwarber swing kind of like Wade Davis did on the final out on Sunday as he strikes out Happ for out number 2. I think he knew it was gone. Wade Davis thought Dexter Fowler hit one off the scoreboard. Well, it would have been a go-ahead 2-run homer instead. And Leonis Martin caught it on the track, and the Cubs swept.
I always liked the pitcher when a ball was hit like that. He would point up in the air like, fly ball, somebody should catch it. It's 30 rows back. Oh, I thought I popped him up.
Hayward had the game-winning RBI on Sunday. Fastball in tight.
Yeah, he had a nice homestand.
How about this? The Cubs are 20-3 when he has at least 2 hits. That is the best team record in baseball for a player with 20-plus multi-hit games. It really lengthens the lineup.
He needs to get the hit sign more often.
Yeah, when he's hitting like that. And being in the American League lengthens the Cubs lineup, doesn't it? They've got Baez hitting ninth tonight. Swing and a miss on the change.
It's a good pitch, and again, he'll use it to the lefties, not to the righties. Very athletic and very active out there in the mound, bouncing around.
Got a birthday coming up. He will turn 29 a week from today. He'll likely go over 200 innings before season's end for the third consecutive year.
Pascual Perez in him out there. Wiry, throws hard, bouncing around. Top-notch quarterback when he was in high school in North Carolina.
A very worldly and charitable guy. Seems to have a great curiosity. He's got a future as a broadcaster down the road. He's worked as a guest analyst for ESPN. Hayward walks. And Addison Russell made his return from the DL. Pinch hit home run. StatCast powered by AWS. 106 off the bat. Second longest home run since StatCast started tracking back in 2015. Way back in 2015.
Oh, that was a golden age. Golden age of StatCast. It was all so new and fresh.
I say second longest, his longest 465 against the Rockies on August 21st of last year. Foul tip. And it's 0-2.
It's high risk, high reward right there. That pitch from Archer to Russell. He can slip it by him at 96, but every now and then we'll catch up to that high gas.
And a Pensacola native waits on an 0-2, and here it is. Fouled away. The Trop. Built back in 1990, before they had a major league team.
Seems to be some momentum gathering for the Rays to get their new ballpark. They've been talking about it for years. Rumors and speculation about a site over on the Tampa side.
Yeah, the location and the fact that it's not a retractable roof facility certainly are issues. And the Cubs hoping for a lot more success than the Bears just had. Joe had a great story about his college days with Lafayette coming down here. 1-2 pitch, fouled back. He said he actually pitched in a game at Tampa, I think against Lehigh. And
all they ever do is play Lehigh.
I know, right? And he found out, the Cardinals and Mets were at Al Lang Field, which is right down the road from our team hotel. He hitchhiked from Tampa to St. Pete because he was a big Cardinal fan growing up. Didn't tell anybody he left the team surreptitiously. And went and watched a Mets-Cardinals spring training game over at Al Lang. And so those were the days. Joe now makes his off-season home down here in Tampa. And making Archer work. The pitch. Echeverria's got it. He'll flip to Miller, and that's it. Schwarber with a long home run. The Cubs' designated hitter makes it 1-0 early.
Address should be there, 1800 Ann Street. Hello?
Yeah, it's your driver. I'm on the... Go!
What?
I thought we said no hostages!
Want to get away? Now you can with Southwest fares as low as $59 one way. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency.
So, thought you could use something special, you know, for retirement. One last trip to the toy store.
Funny, after all we've been through, this may be my first case of the nerves.
Oh, relax, Agent. I've kept you healthy this long.
Yes, you have, but come tomorrow, your protection may not be there.
I don't see you slowing down anytime soon. Here, take this.
So, you saved the best for last.
Advocate Healthcare is the official healthcare partner of the Chicago Cubs. We're for the comeback. We're for the win. We're for tomorrow. Tomorrow starts today at advocatehealth.com. These Cubbies, another World Series win for this grandma, 86 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, we've run into a lot of Cub fans, and got a note from 2 transplanted Cubs families. Please say hello to our family and friends. From their family now living full-time in Sarasota. Lots of luck from Sheila and Warren Wolheim and Janet and Mel Moses. Curve is inside on Morrison, who was at the plate. And Kiermaier was thrown out at third.
It's one of those steals that you absolutely have to make it. Just such a low percentage play with 2 outs, a slugger in the box. You don't gain a whole lot. Risk reward.
The Lampies are here in Tampa. Says it's their 29th ballpark. You'll see the Cubs. And the only place they haven't seen the Cubs is the ballpark in Arlington.
We're going to have to wait at least another year. We don't play them next season. Good sinkage on his fastball tonight. And also a happy 100th birthday to big Cub fan Agnes Scott, celebrating in Huntertown, Indiana.
All right. So she would have been born in 1917 on this date.
On this date.
I'd like to welcome all our viewers watching on Farmers Mutual Telephone Company in Jessup, Iowa.
Couple flyouts caught stealing to account for the outs in the first inning. Montgomery, one of the extreme ground ball pitchers in the game, gets ground balls almost 60% of the time. Because of that, he's kept the ball in the ballpark. He's only allowed 9 home runs this year.
Swing and a miss for his first strikeout.
life on that heater down. A little sinkage.
Here's Wilson Ramos, the catcher.
A perfect world tonight. Mike would be very efficient. The Cubs would have a huge lead. Joe would be able to get him out of there, and he could be in the bullpen mix for the weekend in Milwaukee. It's kind of gone back and forth from the rotation to the bullpen, mostly due to injury. But Joe loves him out of the pen. They tried Jen-Ho Sang out of the rotation. That didn't work out really well. We've gone back to Montgomery here.
Almost fouls away. 2 strikes on the veteran catcher. He returned from the DL in late June following right knee surgery. Had signed a 2-year free agent contract in December while recovering. Injury suffered late last year with the Nationals. Jay tracking into the alleyway, and he's got it.
Hey, Cub fans, don't miss an exciting finish to the regular season as the Cubs push toward October baseball. The final homestand begins Friday, September 29th. Tickets at every level are available for all 3 games. Visit Cubs.com now to reserve your seats. Should be fun.
Former Met Lucas Duda. Designated hitting tonight as he lines foul. Hey, we want to send out get well wishes to Cubs pitching coach Chris Bosio, who will rejoin the club in Milwaukee this weekend. He's coming back from a foot injury. I guess he got nailed by a batting practice line drive. So getting that treated this week. Lester Strode is the acting pitching coach for these 2 games. Henry Blanco will handle the bullpen. And I missed him. There's Lester. But I understand Alfonso Soriano was here before the game.
I saw him. We had a shot of him in the stands pre-game.
He lives in the area and came out to say hi. I think he brought some young baseball players with him.
Duda among the struggling Rays. He's just 2 out of his last 22. Did a lot of damage when he first joined this club from the Mets.
Yeah, when he joined the Rays on July 28th, he has hit a team best 12 homers since joining their team.
He fits the profile. He's a fly ball hitter with a lot of power. He strikes out a lot. He'll also take his walks.
Swing and a miss to end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Rays. They don't have a hit through 2, and the Cubs lead 1-0.
There's never been a better time to come to Bass Pro Shops than right now.
Bass Pro Shops is the place for huge savings, like Hobbs Creek men's flannel shirts for only $10 and a Browning 14-megapixel game camera for under $80.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. I'm attorney Howard Ankin with Cubs great Andre Dawson.
Hard work is the best way to succeed. That's why if you need a lawyer, you need to call my Hawk, Howard.
If you or someone you know needs help with an injury case, call me. 312-6-million. Injury law, made personal.
Hello, I'm Dan Fields, inviting you to become a member of the Fields family when you buy or lease from any of our 31 locations. You also get our Fields amenities that include free loaners, car washes, and our gourmet coffee bars and cafes. And with more than 35,000 vehicles sold annually, you can get a great offer like this.
And now, during the Own the Adventure sales event, you can lease a new 2017 Land Rover Discovery Sport for only $429 per month for 36 months at Land Rover Northfield.
And Fields matters because you matter.
A home is where life is lived. The unmistakable beauty and performance of Unilock pavers and walls enrich the quality of outdoor living, where perfect settings and cherished moments become memories that last a lifetime. Live life beautifully with Unilock.
Ask about our Do It Now financing program and enjoy outdoor living with family and friends this fall.
Cubs baseball on CSN Chicago is presented by State Farm. Welcome back. Joe Madden, Dave Martinez, Chris Pazio, the pitching coach here in 03. Eric Hinsky, part of that AL pennant club in 2008. Zobrist, Davis, Rene Rivera was here in 2015. Javier Baez leads off, and he smacks one into left center for a base hit. Leadoff man aboard.
First pitch slider out away from him. He keeps the hands through the zone. Big part of the yard, gets a good result.
Now Jay, who lined out to the shortstop to open the ball game. Left-hander Blake Snell will start tomorrow night for the Rays. Pretty decent chance Albert Almora will be in the starting lineup. Chris Bryant will be back. Joe likes to give those regular guys a day off before or after the scheduled off days. Jay fouls on a bunt attempt.
See, that's the official look of the day off. The hat tipped up, leaning on the rail. Jay, playing the other way in the outfield, he goes that way a lot. Every now and then he'll try to turn on one. Yank went through that hole on the right side. They could go first and third here.
Delayed steal by Baez, and he's safe. As Echeverria could not handle the throw. That's kind of his trademark, that delayed tactic on the steal. His 10th, he's now tied with Anthony Rizzo for the team lead. Shuffle, shuffle, run.
Yeah, they're stealing this really on everybody. The catcher and the infielders, they're holding their position to try to catch them unawares, and they break late to cover, as does the catcher. Gets a little bit late start coming out of his crouch to make the throw.
2-1 on Jay. Cubs lead on the Schwarber homer in the second.
Get the sense that Javi likes the delayed steal better than the straight steal, just because he's Javi, right? And it's a little different. And I'm going to outsmart you.
Archer thought it was a strike. It looked like it was,
yeah,
but it was called ball 3.
Well, this will be time to try to get out in front of one.
Two. And at second, nobody out. Third inning. We're in the third inning in Pittsburgh. Anderson against Williams, no score. Brewers and Pirates. Reigning in New York, Twins and Yankees. That could be the AL wildcard matchup.
The Pirate record is, since they announced the hurdle extension, it's not good. I'm not saying there's any correlation.
You're right. What, 2 and 10 or something?
Yeah. Archer last year had a 4.02 ERA. He's got a 4.06 this year. Peripheral numbers very similar. Home run rate is up. That's everybody. But one loss record. Took it on the chin last year. Lost 19 games, most in the league.
Baez will advance. And it goes 3-1. Archer taking nothing for granted, nor should he, with Javier Baez over there at third. I'm just going to say August was better than September for Archer.
Well, he last time out against the Yankees, he went 4 innings, allowed 6 hits and 3 runs. The one before that at Boston, 3 innings, 9 hits, 8 runs, 6 earned. And then the other September start was against the Sox in Chicago. He didn't record an out. He came out of that ball game, he had a little tightness in his forearm.
Infield
in. 2
in.
home runs.
And ball 1 to Zobrist. Well, Archer 4th in the majors in strikeouts, and he would like one here. He has 2 in the early going.
It's a guy who's tough to punch out, especially in a situation where he really values contact. It's interesting with the infield in, but still the pull shift on. The line of scrimmage is really stacked on the right side.
Archer's 0-1. He's downstairs for a ball. Because we don't come here a lot, I'm not quite sure what the attendance is going to be, but my guess is it'll be above their season average tonight. Baez holding, and Miller will make the play. That was a stare down as Brad Miller, the second baseman, ends up getting Zobrist unassisted. And I'm a little surprised Javi didn't go a little further down the line, but he just never felt like he could really make that decision.
Yeah, he's not going on contact there, so it's a situation where he's reading the ball off the bat, and I think he was a little worried that Morrison might have been able to cut that ball off.
See, once Miller made the run toward first, I figured Javi would go, and then make Miller make a decision. So everybody back now, and the batter is Rizzo, and he takes a strike.
Yeah, and that's, you know, he could have tried to draw a throw and then gotten in a rundown if he couldn't score, and maybe Zobrist gets into scoring position at second base behind him. I think, you know, I imagine Jonesy got in his ear and said, look, let's not be too crazy here. We got Rizzo coming up next.
Swing and a miss. So right there, you know, Miller, if he decides to throw, it's kind of that awkward throw, and it's a tag play at the plate.
I think had he wandered a little further off initially, he would have had a shot, but where he was down the line, I think that's a pretty easy play for Miller.
Rizzo really upset after striking out, so Archer gets out of it. Still 1-0 Cubs.
It's not just a car. It's your daily retreat. Innovative technology, refined styling. That feeling you can only find in a Lexus. Go ahead, spoil yourself. The ES and ES Hybrid.
Lease the 2017 ES 350 for $299 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Boogie on down to Cricket Wireless to get unlimited data for only $50 per month with the Cricket Unlimited 2 plan. Plus, get a free select smartphone when you switch. All on a network that covers over 99% of Americans. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about.
How did Subway come up with the autumn carved turkey with thick-cut turkey breasts and cranberry mustard sauce? We took the two most obvious things from Thanksgiving and put them on a sandwich, then added cheddar. The autumn carved turkey is back for a limited time at Subway. So much turkey.
What's so different about shopping at Meijer? Well, there's 80 years of family commitment to better, fresher foods, an amazing selection of products and brands, knowing that shopping for your family costs less at Meijer, and a whole different kind of experience that generations of shoppers will swear begins the moment you step inside the door. Come see for yourself.
Thursday on CSN Plus, the Cubs control their own destiny in the Central Division as they kick off their last series against the Brewers. Game coverage begins at 6:30 on CSN Plus, or stream the game on csnchicago.com or on the NBC Sports app.
Hey, register for the chance to purchase 2017 postseason tickets for potential games at Wrigley Field. Go to Cubs.com/postseason to register and learn more about this postseason ticket purchase opportunity. Registration for the NLCS ends at noon Thursday, October 5th. Mike Montgomery has looked sharp early on. Joe Jackson would approve. Got to look sharp. Echeverria, the former Marlin, fouls away. He was acquired from Miami in June and grabbed a full-time spot from Tim Beckham. Who initially moved to second, but eventually was traded to Baltimore. And by the way, have you seen what he's done? He has been tearing it up.
I've caught him on a couple of the highlight shows.
His OPS with the Orioles is .916. Matt Duffy missing the whole season here with the Rays after Achilles surgery. Another fly ball. Who wants it? It's Zobrist in front of Jay to make the grab.
Oriole fans probably wishing that Beckham could pitch.
Right.
So, man, that's a tough go for them in that department. Yeah, the roof here, not quite as bad as the Metrodome in Minneapolis, but this could be problematic for outfielders on fly balls. Anytime you color the roof the same color as a baseball, you're asking for trouble.
Got a lot going on there in the outfield. All kinds of signage. Got that Ray Poole out in right center. This one is line foul by Corey Dickerson.
I forgot they had a pool here too.
The American League All-Star starting DH Corey Dickerson recently went through an 0 for 23. He swings at a lot of stuff outside that box and could usually make contact, as he has on these first two pitches. Funny, I think he just asked Mark Carlson, was that a strike? I'm not sure why.
Hey, Mark, was that relatively close?
And then he takes that.
Yep.
Third strikeout for Montgomery.
Crisp tonight is Monty. Just a beautiful pitch. Presses his advantage with 2 strikes on Dickerson and freezes him with a good heater over the outside corner, as you see from the overhead camera.
Yeah, you won't see too many lineups against a left-handed starter that look quite like this. 5 out of their 9 hitters batting from the left side. Miller with some DL time this year. Left abdominal, right groin. He has more walks than hits. 61 walks, 60 hits. There's Kevin Cash. He took over for Joe Madden. So do you give, if things go well, do you give Kevin Cash credit?
I would think you do, yes.
But is it Cash or credit?
It's Cash getting credit.
Swing and a miss.
Swing was an afterthought.
Montgomery has faced the minimum through 3, leading 1-zip.
The outdoor experience. Even better when you're outdoors. So get out more with available fully active all-wheel drive in the Kia Sorento and Sportage. Both earned IIHS Top Safety Pick Awards, and the Kia Sorento was ranked highest in its segment in initial quality by J.D. Power. Discover the new Kia. Get up to $4,500 total cash on a new 2017 Sorento.
We just got to take it one game at a time. Next question.
Odell, can you repeat everything you just said? My live stream won't load.
Technical foul.
Wrong sport.
Wrong network. You see, you need unlimited on Verizon. It's America's largest, most reliable 4G LTE network. They won't let you down in places like this, even in the strike zone.
It's the red zone.
Pretty sure it's the strike zone. Here, use mine. All right, see you on the court, champ. Heads up.
When it really, really matters, you need the best network and the best unlimited. Plans now start at $40 per line for 4 lines.
Now it's time for the call.
Hey, Dad, what's going on here?
They're trying to figure out if they're going for 2.
They're going to go for 2.
I think they're going for 2.
And the call is
2.
Go for it. 2-for-1 windows at Falco.
Right now at Feldco, score big with 2 windows for the price of 1. Plus, no interest for 1 year.
Hurry, 2 windows for the price of 1 ends soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Deep drive, way back. Ball game over.
Are you Chicago's biggest sports fan? No matter which team you support, come out and show your pride and passion for a chance to be in a commercial. CSN wants to hear real stories from real fans. Come share yours tomorrow from 4 to 8 at Fat Whore in Wicker Park. 1-zip, Cubs lead. Kyle Schwarber homered in the second. Now Contreras, Schwarber, and Happ in the fourth against Chris Archer. Domingo Santana has homered for the Brewers. His 26th. Milwaukee has a 1-0 lead at Pittsburgh. 1-0. Fouled back. Archer's 1-1. Popped into center. Kiermaier. 2 hands on it. There's Alfonso Soriano. The family and friends.
Looks like he's been in the gym, huh?
Yeah, well, I guess his gym, he says he sees Lou Piniella a couple of times a week at his gym.
It's funny, when Soriano played, he had a reputation of being a guy who was very powerful without being all that much. He was lean, strong hands, wrists, forearms. I mean, he was wiry strong. Now, man, he makes a hobby out of carrying refrigerators around.
Speaking of strong,
that was the culmination of a very good at-bat. He laid off a slider down and in the pitch before.
Well, you talked senioritis earlier, and with 2 weeks to go, I think most teams would rather play teams that are out of contention. Would rather play teams that are in contention. At least their manager would like that, just to keep everybody focused, not worried about their tee time in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, the other side of it, of course, this time of year, a lot of teams are looking to play some of their September call-ups and give young guys a chance just to see what they can do and give them a little taste of the big league action. When you're playing against a team that's in contention, you're hesitant to do that because you want to honor the pennant race. But yeah, I think there's more energy for the Rays or any of these other teams that have fallen out of the race when they're playing teams in contention. They've gone Red Sox, Yankees, Red Sox, Cubs now in the last 4 series.
Archer wins this battle after Schwarber got him last time.
Don't miss your first chance to secure 2018 tickets. This is your opportunity to get tickets to the must-have matchups for the 2018 regular season or coordinate a group outing for any occasion. Visit Cubs.com/deposits for more information. Of course, the Rays, they're not convinced they're out of it. It's the nature of this. Until you're finally mathematically eliminated, you still come to the ballpark with some degree of belief that you can pull off a miracle.
One and one on Happ. I mean, ostensibly they're still in the wild card race, but if intents and purposes are involved, I would say they're probably done.
Well, let's find the math.
Archer, you see that little jump? It wasn't little, actually.
Yeah, he's very animated out there. Playoff percentage.
Well, they're not even on our. They didn't make our list.
1.1% chance according to the math.
That's how I like my milk.
Yeah.
1-0 Cubs.
This is more than a bundle. This is more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home court. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. It's why I'm here.
Here to help life go right. Talk to a State Farm agent today.
Only one light beer has more taste, less calories, and half the carbs. This one. Miller Lite. Hold true.
You ready? Absolutely.
Gun saves the world.
Yeah, it is. Kingsman, the Golden Circle. Rated R.
Hyundai has an all-wheel drive SUV for every stage of your life. Urban adventure? That's Tucson. Taking that next step? Check out the Santa Fe Sport. Full-time chauffeuring? Your 7-passenger Santa Fe awaits. And with America's best warranty, whichever stage you're in.
You just saved me from getting a minivan. Give him some love.
Better is the reason to buy Hyundai. And now for a limited time, you can lease the Tucson for just $149 a month. Or get up to $4,500 in total savings on the Santa Fe Sport. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
Closed captioning of Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you by U.S. Waterproofing.
A little seepage in your basement is no need to panic. Count on the experts at U.S. Waterproofing to diagnose and repair the problem.
For a free consultation, visit uswaterproofing.com. A better basement starts with us.
Our Giga Time moment, powered by Xfinity. This is Kevin Kiermaier, one of his best. That was Friday against Jackie Bradley Jr. Later, in extras, tied the game with a home run. That's a pretty good night. He missed 61 games mid-season due to the hip injury, and he still Ranked second among all center fielders in defensive runs saved. Takes a curve for a strike from Montgomery.
Yeah, with Echeverria at shortstop, Kiermaier in center field, they have two of the top defenders at premium positions in the league, and everybody would love to have this guy on their club.
He's the kind of guy who has a dirty jersey playing on turf. As you said, the entire infield normally where the dirt would be, they've got dirt now. Most of the old artificial turf ballparks just had cutouts around the bases. Off the end of the bat, that's going to hold up for Zobrist. We're in the fourth inning. That's just the 40th pitch for Montgomery. Is he going to give Joe some length tonight? Now Souza looking for his 30th home run. Swing and a miss on a changeup.
Yeah, he's got all of his weapons here tonight. A good velocity.
That is a strike. August 6th versus Milwaukee. Souza shows his displeasure.
One of the highest pitches I've seen called a strike all year.
And Souza hit a game-ending homer. That was the Rays' first game-ending homer since May 22nd, 2014, ending a drought that had stretched more than 2 years longer than any other team. They had allowed 13 such homers on the road in the interim. And you see the Cardinals at Cincinnati with a one-run lead as Russell throws. It gets away and bounces out of play. So an error on Addison Russell, and the tying runners in scoring position with only one out.
Yeah, ball took a little bit of a funky hop, got deep on him, and he didn't really set his feet before making that throw. So, the only downside to Addie's game defensively, I did take a little mini crow hop there, and then I think he felt like he had to really rush it. That's where he gets in trouble with the accuracy of the throws. Getting to balls, the hands, as good as anybody in the game.
That game at Cincinnati, by the way, it was 4-0 Reds. But the Cardinals with a 5-run fourth. Yadier Molina with a 3-run homer. As Longoria bounces to Russell, and he'll make this play no problem. Is Souza holding at second. 2 down.
Pretty play that time from Russell. Really got after it. And here's Anthony trying to pick this one on the other end.
So Logan Morrison, before he steps in, will probably yell at Souza, "Don't get thrown out at third." Second time he's batted with a man at second and 2 outs. Kiermaier caught stealing in the first. Mentioned this in Chicago. The Rays a few years ago changed up their look, and they've got the Rays logo there on the sleeve, but Rays also like sunshine. I kind of like it. Bounce throw, this time dug out by Rizzo. Happ made the throw. Morrison's out. Rays done in the fourth. They still don't have a hit, nor do they have a run.
Inside the rack houses of Jim Beam, thousands of barrels lay silent. But that doesn't mean they lay idle. In fact, inside each and every Jim Beam barrel, the bourbon is aging, building a fuller, smoother flavor. that only comes from being aged 4 long years. At Jim Beam, our history's made from the inside. How will you make yours?
An A235 operator interface. The XL Dual Flow Cyclomatic. Thing's a machine. Melsic 4000, LC30.
No one knows your business better than you.
Helical interpolation.
And even though we might not get exactly what every part of your business does, we understand that every part is important.
Hey, Mark, over to the Elite Series 1000. It's 90-degree push-on, then onto the VB484. Look at that thing. Oh, I've got one more idea.
MB Financial Bank. MB means business.
Here's to believing the end of the road is where the real fun begins, and that adventure is never out of reach. When you believe, you can go anywhere. Hurry in, because the Jeep Celebration event only happens once a year.
Now get 0% financing for 75 months or $4,500 total cash allowance on the 2017 Jeep Cherokee.
You're watching CSN, presented by State Farm.
Next Wednesday, before the Cubs take on the Cardinals in St. Louis, join David Kaplan and David DeJesus for a special edition of Cubs, Fields Auto Cubs pregame live, presented by Miller Lite, on location from Sluggers in Wrigleyville. Coverage starts at 5:30 right here on CSN.
This postseason, get ready for excitement, drama, and thrilling plays. The 2017 Major League Baseball postseason begins October 3rd. Go to MLB.com/postseason for a full schedule.
Cubs 1, Rays nothing. 5th inning now. Archer to Hayward. And a base hit rolled into right. Second reach for Jason. 3rd hit for the Cubs.
Start to the top of the 5th. It gets extended on an elevated fastball.
Russell the batter. Short lead by Hayward, and ball nudged foul.
This might not be fair. I'm going to say it anyway. Archer may be one of those guys who's a little bit of a victim of his own ability. You talk to scouts and other people around the game that watch him pitch. They keep, the thing that I hear over and over again, boy, if he would develop that change up a little bit more, learned a two-seamer where he could be a little more efficient, get the ball put in play without, focusing so much on swing and miss.
Miller diving stop. They'll get 1. Can't get 2, however. Brandon Hyde pointing at second base as he looks into the dugout, wondering if Echeverria was on the bag. But what a play by Miller just to get an out. And I'm a little surprised he threw to second, but it was the right choice. I think he got it.
Yeah, Echeverria is so quick out there at the bag.
That's the one cool thing about a dome, is you've got cool camera angles from above second base.
But anyway, just to further the point on Archer.
Yeah.
He's had a nice career. He made a couple All-Star teams. He's only 28 years of age. He's got plus stuff. He's among the league leaders in strikeouts every year. But I think there could be more there. I think if whether it's a two-seamer or something where he could minimize the pitch count a little bit, he could get into the the later innings more frequently. I mentioned the numbers on him. First time through the batting order, opposing hitters hit 223 against him. Second time through, they hit 209 against him. Third time through, 309. That's not rare. That's fairly typical. Like when a pitcher sees the lineup for the third time, that number usually goes up. But the elite guys are the ones who are able to contain that. Their stuff is good enough, and they have a wide enough variety of pitches where they can get through a lineup much more effectively. I think sometimes when you're young and young-ish, he's not a kid, he's 28 and he's been in the league for a few years now, and you've had success, the idea of doing something different, you tend to push back against it. Well, wait a minute.
That is a fair ball. Russell making his way to third. He's going to be set. Relay throw will not be made. Little bobble by Echeverria. Wouldn't have mattered. Baez an RBI double. 2-0.
Two out of two is Baez. Single last time, ringing double into the left field corner. This time there's a little bobble there and then a little bobble by Echeverria, the relay man, so no play made at home. If it's clean in left and clean at short, they might have a shot at him.
Still only one out now. John Jay. Yeah, Archer 101.5 pitches per start, 10th most among all major league starters. Almost 17 pitches per batter. Which is a little bit on the high side.
And you hear so many great pitchers went on to have long, successful careers, and a lot of times they'll say, "Well, I really turned a corner when I realized I didn't have to try to strike everybody out. Just started pitching to contacts, but back of the batting order guys, so two seamers early in counts to put the ball in play."
Pitch rather, swing and a miss, 1-2.
Yeah, and I say that as an observer, not as an ex-pitcher, because I didn't pitch that way. I didn't have that game. I'm just this kid with his elite stuff, and I think there's a next level for him.
Looking for their 7th straight win. It'll be a new season high as Baez will hold it second. Up by Miller. Baez advancing, 2 down. And walking up for the 3rd time is Ben Zobrist. Well, we talked about this when we saw Archer in Chicago. We talk about affordable. He's making under $5 million this year. They give them about 200 innings. He's at 6.5 next year, 7.5 in 19, and then a couple of team options: $9 million in 2020, $11 million in 2021.
That's why there was so much talk about him as the trade deadline neared, because everybody wanted the pitcher and the contract.
Right, but
why? If you're the Rays, you want him too.
It's exactly what you would want.
Yeah,
because how many 28-year-old guys with his resume could you have for that price?
So I guess the question the Rays have to answer is, what kind of a package could you get in return?
I think it would It would be pretty huge.
Be a pretty good haul, wouldn't it? Because I think there's a lot of people around the game that feel like there is a next level for this guy.
Two and one to Ben Zobrist. Originally drafted by the Astros. Made his major league debut and made a name for himself as well here in Tampa Bay. Coming in is Dickerson. He's got it. Cubs add a run to their lead. It's 2-0 in the fifth.
My Luna sectional.
Contemporary design, adjustable head and armrest, Bobopedic memory foam seating, and plenty of storage.
$9.99 in black and white.
He means black or white.
Untouchable, only at my Bob's Discount Furniture.
What about Slammin' Stanton? Or South Beach Smasher?
What are you doing here, man?
Giving you a nickname.
No, like here.
Oh, well, T-Mobile's all unlimited, so I've got unlimited access to all things MLB.
All things, huh?
Yep. The Stanton of SWAT.
Nah.
Four-bagger with swagger.
No, thanks.
Oh, I got it. Mic drop. Because he used to go by Mike. Maybe?
We can't really give every fan access to the field, but we can give you America's best unlimited network, T-Mobile.
So yeah, teaming up with Toyota has been great.
Gotta love casual Fridays. It looks like we're gonna be twins today. Awkward. It's like I can't even tell who's who anymore.
Right now, lease a 2017 Corolla for just $159 a month or get 0% APR for 72 months on Corolla. Toyota, let's go places.
My Playscape two-piece sectional. The $7.99 price makes it great. The 2 colors and 5 matching pillows make it greater. The comfy pop-up sleeper with Bobopedic memory foam makes it greater. My $7.99 Playscape. Only at my Bob's Discount Furniture. Hi, I'm David Kaplan here with an unlimited baseball break brought to you by our friends at T-Mobile. Bulls have hired Doug Collins as a senior advisor of basketball operations. In his role, Collins reports to Executive VP, his former player John Paxton, whom he coached during 3 years on the Bulls bench back in the late 80s. Collins says he has absolutely no plan to ever return to coaching. More on this later on In the Loop Prime. But now back to Len and JD at the Trop in Florida.
Welcome back. Visit the Cubs Authentics auction page every week for your chance to own one-of-a-kind Cubs items. This week's auction includes a Quintana jersey and a Hayward jersey. Go to Cubs.com/authentics before this Sunday, the 24th at 8 p.m. to place your bid. Cubs will donate net proceeds from the sale of Cubs Authentics to Cubs charities.
Montgomery to Ramos and a curve. Right in there for a strike. Bottom 5. 2-0.
Montgomery's been able to throw strike one with all of his pitches. Keeps everybody off stride. He's thrown a couple of first pitch changeups at quality spots. The heater, the curveball on this occasion.
13 to go, including tonight. Cubs' magic number is 10. They clinched their second consecutive NL Central title and third straight postseason berth. Swing and a miss on the change.
Yeah.
Mike started against the Rays as a Seattle Mariner a couple of years ago, but 0-3 lifetime and 4 appearances, including that start. Russell charging, 1 down. 2 base runners, hit by pitch, and an error so far for the Rays. That's it. Is a strike to Duda. So the Rays Rays could have 3 30-homer guys. Morrison has 36. Souza has 29. Dickerson 26. Duda, with his next homer, will be his 30th, but he has hit 12 with the Rays. So you could say possibly 4 30-homer guys with an asterisk.
Cutter to the corner.
Working the edges.
He is sharp. It's like Jordan Spieth out there tonight. You want me to hit it there? You want me to throw it there? Okay, boom. Tell he's feeling it too, working quickly. Those games you get the ball back and you know immediately what you want to throw, where you want to throw it, and you're just hoping the catcher confirms what you're thinking.
Hit hard on the ground. Foul.
Hey, what if it's, instead of the little sun there, you're talking about the Ray logo, what if it was Ray Romano's face? Could be the Tampa Rays, or any number of Rays, your favorite Ray. You could change, you could sell it. It'd be a moneymaker for the club. Some guy, some Uncle Ray, just put his face on the jersey for September.
Called strike 3.
You see, snatch, give me the ball. Let's go. His start in Atlanta, maybe perfect through 5 or 6.
He hit the home run, right? Well, he's got a no-hitter through 5 tonight. Not even breaking a sweat so far. 2-0.
Address should be there. 1800 Ann Street. Hello?
Yeah, it's your driver. I'm on the
Go!
What? I thought we said no hostages!
Want to get away? Now you can with Southwest fares as low as $59 one way. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency.
My favorite Cub.
Bolsa Contreras. Schwarber because he's like me.
I like Addison Russell.
Javier Baez. He's got a little cockiness to him, but I like that.
Come on, you know it's Hendricks.
Pedro.
Rizzo is my man.
Chris Bryant.
How can you not love him?
Really?
That's hard. It's not easy. I like them all. How do you not like them all?
Right here, Dad.
The Infiniti QX60. Impressive performance and seating for 7. Lease the Infiniti QX60 for $399 a month or finance at 1.9% APR at your local Infiniti retailer.
How do we make sure there's toppings in each bite of Papa John's pizza? We check 80,000 times a year. Now get an extra large 2-topping pizza for just $11. Everyone's doing their part to make your game day better.
You can follow Patrick Mooney, our Cubs insider, at CSNChicago.com. He's presented by nationwide agent Jeff Vukovich. Go to jeffvuk.com or follow him on social media. Nationwide is on your side. The Cubs will bat here in the 6th inning, leading Chris Archer and the Rays 2-0. So the question now is, how long can Mike Montgomery go? 5 scoreless, hitless innings so far. As Rizzo bounces foul. Two strikes to Rizzo. Remember, the Rays last week were supposed to host the Yankees. They had to play that series in New York at Citi Field due to the aftermath of Hurricane Irma. They did return home this weekend. Last weekend, I should say, to play the Red Sox. Off day yesterday, and now the Cubs for 2.
Good take.
Dick Vitale. And a familiar face here at Tropicana Field. Big baseball fan.
I'm going to chat with Joe before the game.
No more for his basketball analysis. Rizzo strikes out for the 3rd time. Frustrating night for him.
Hey, you can relive the magic of last year's historic run with the official 2016 championship season Fly the W book, which features essays by Tom Ricketts, Theo Epstein, and others, as well as never before seen photos. For more information, visit Cubs.com/flythewbook.
Pretty cool. Tomorrow night, Bo Zimmer, grandson of the late Don Zimmer, who had long connections to the Cubs and the Rays, will throw out the ceremonial first pitch on behalf of the Zimmer family. Slider strike on Contreras. 0 for 2 tonight, and has done some nice work at the plate, taking a lot of walks since coming back from the DL. Echeverria, smooth.
Yeah, he's one of those guys hitting his direction. You just start to mark your scorecard.
Quiet start to the 6th. 2 Cubs retired. Now Schwarber, who has homered and struck out. Way high for ball 1. Still throwing hard. That one clocked at 97. One and one.
Rays tough to beat late these days. Their bullpen has been on a very nice roll.
Schwarber, big strike 2. They're telling fans to get loud on the scoreboard here. Some are. You and I'd be bad fans. We're bad at following directions.
Yeah, I'm very cynical about that. It's interesting though, because there's so many Cub fans in the ballpark. Who are they asking to get loud?
Two. Left field. Dickerson in. Echeverria way out. It'll be the left fielder. So bottom 6 coming up. Mike Montgomery back to work. 2-0.
Who can turn the world on with a smile? Who can take a nothing day and suddenly make it all seem worthwhile? Well, it's you, girl, and you should know it. Each glance and every little movement you show it. You're gonna make it after all.
It takes a long time to get to the top. But with America's best bumper-to-bumper limited warranty, the all-new Volkswagen Tiguan will be there every step of the way.
Fubo Chavez here. You know, Fubo TV has dozens of sports channels.
What are you doing?
Telling everybody about the world's biggest sports package.
Holy shit.
Stream the most live sports for the least money. Try Fubo TV free today.
For almost 40 years, I've worked hard to enforce the safety rules on our highways and in workplaces, to hold the negligent accountable. And it's helped make our community a safer, better place. But to keep our community safe and strong, we've got to take good care of our children. This is why I've donated hundreds of thousands to support programs like Kids Stop, Reading Buddies, Teachers of Excellence, and the United Way. And it's also why I only do personal injury law. Because helping injured people win justice is its own reward.
Thank you.
Kindness. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
Subscribe to the Cubs Talk podcast on iTunes or the Google Play Store today.
Hey, we're back. Cubs lead 2-0. Don't miss your chance to experience spring training at beautiful Sloan Park in Mesa, Arizona. Reserve your place in line by joining the spring training season ticket holder waiting list. It's easy. It's free to register. For details, visit sloanpark.com. Always a worthy trip. Little dude having a hard time opening up his baseball cards.
Mike Montgomery has not thrown more than 64 pitches in any outing here in September. This will be his 59th. And it's a changeup inside on Corey Dickerson. He has not allowed a hit through 5 as he works here in the bottom of the 6th. The Rays have 8, 9, and 1, and they're all left-handed bats. One and one. He throws Dickerson on a fastball. After Dickerson fouled away a couple of pitches well out of the zone inside. Inside, I guess it didn't hit the bat. 2-1. So on this note, Montgomery is the first Cub to work 55 innings as a starter and reliever since Les Lancaster, 1991. Got a career high in innings, 123 and a third. Jose Alvarado, left-hander up for Tampa Bay. Mike making his 13th start to go along with 28 relief appearances. Line shot deep and caught right on the edge of the track by Hayward. Comes Miller. Like somebody threw his helmet into a wood fire oven.
It's been Biggio'd.
missed badly. Montgomery's been getting ahead of most of these Rays hitters tonight.
Yeah, 14 out of 18 first pitch strikes. Most impressive. And again, it's not just pumping fastballs over the heart of the plate. It's using all of his pitches. Seen some 0-0 changeups and curveballs, well-placed heaters. It's not like he's being hyper-aggressive, just throwing it over the heart of the plate. He's pitching to spots.
Miller has 7 home runs this year. He hit 30 last year. He has had some DL time, as I mentioned previously.
Good try, just a little bit inside.
High drive, right center. Jay and Hayward are back, and it's gone. That's a home run for Miller, his 8th, batting 9th for Tampa Bay tonight. He breaks up the no-hitter in the 6th inning, 2-1.
Just the 10th allowed by Mike Montgomery this year, the 3rd to a left-handed batter. This is what the Rays do. They slug. They don't do a lot of other things well, but they slug. Big leg kick, big swing. Good result for Miller. It's your 4th home run replay. And we've got a 2-1 ball game.
Kiermaier turns away. And Contreras will walk the ball back to Montgomery. Kiermaier, pretty interesting story. He's got Illinois ties. He's from Fort Wayne, Indiana. He went to Parkland College in Champaign. He was a 31st round draft pick, which embittered him. He said, I knew I was better than that. He said, but it helped me because put a chip on my shoulder. He made his major league debut under Joe Madden in game 163 back in 2013. Rays beat the Rangers in that extra game. And this past March, he got a 6-year, $53.5 million extension.
It'll make you a little less bitter.
Yeah. So if you like rooting for the underdog, Kiermaier will be your guy. Baez in foul ground makes the catch, 2 down.
Now here's a fun note from the Rays press guide on Kiermaier. Players drafted in the 30th round or later to go on to win multiple Gold Glove awards. Kiermaier. Mark Burley was a 38th round pick of the White Sox, won 4. Orlando Hudson, remember him? He's a good player. He won 4. Brad Ausmus won 3. He was a 48th round pick. The Gambler, Kenny Rogers, 39th round pick, won 5. And Keith Hernandez won 11 Gold Gloves. Keith was a 42nd round pick of the Cardinals in 1977.
I didn't realize he was drafted that low. Souza, ball 1. Pedro Strop now playing catch out in the Cubs bullpen. Ryan Dunsing stretching in the background.
I don't think Mike would have been able to stay in this game long enough to complete the no-hitter anyway, but that drama is behind us. Just a matter of winning a ball game.
Lester Strode used to taking that call. Now he's making the call to Henry Blanco for these 2 games. I've seen basketball in this facility.
Oh, yeah?
The NCAA tournament, I think 1994 maybe. It was originally called the Florida Suncoast Dome, then the Thunderdome, before it became known as Tropicana Field, prior to the Rays taking occupancy.
It's kind of decorated like a dorm room.
I'm guessing when they named it Tropicana Field, they said, "Orange, you gonna love it."
So when the Rays and the Astros get together with Tropicana and Minute Maid, that's a big rivalry.
Some would say it's been a lemon, not an orange, but we know we're going to play. That's the one thing about this park I've always appreciated.
Yeah,
come
with
here, you play
heat,
on
the humidity, the summer rains, you got to have a roof here, and I'm sure their new ballpark will probably a retractable roof.
Three and two on Souza. Longoria crouches on deck. That's where your director comes in really handy. Turner all over it.
Got that.
Yeah, he did. Nice job by Contreras. And wait a minute. Hold the orchestra.
How do you become America's best-selling brand?
Shoulder pads, helmet, safety first. Have fun out there, guys.
Be the hammer, not the nail. Lead with the shoulder, drive through the body. Grab the arm, go, go, go!
Who are you?
Mama's building champions.
Safe, tough, and game day ready. That's Ford, and that's how you become America's best-selling brand. Now get $10,935 in total savings on a built Ford Tough F-150 or lease for just $239 a month.
My name's Sonia Walker, and I'm the co-founder of Nut Freeze Bakery. Nut Freeze is a family-owned and operated business specializing in sweet and delicious peanut and tree nut-free baked goods. We are a small business, and we moved to Elk Grove Village 6 months ago. It's been incredible. We're centrally located and helps our growing company deliver nut-free baked goods all over the Midwest. We work hard for our customers, and we know that Elk Grove Village works hard for us.
With the TCF mobile app, you can bank in no time because life can change in a minute. For a second. Or a heartbeat. Because life isn't easy, but now banking is. TCF free checking and new digital banking. TCF, open yours today.